Hey guys, it's Kaylee, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to achieve this stage makeup look, which is definitely very dramatic and very bold, but it's also going to really help your face show up on stage and not wash you out and just make you look a lot more glowing and pretty. So I hope you guys find this helpful, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first step is going to be priming your skin. Now, when you prime your skin, this is really going to help the longevity of your makeup, and it's also going to kind of help freshen up your makeup or your skin underneath if your skin's looking a little bit dry or dull. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and what this does is it kind of fills in your pores and smooths out your skin. Now this primer is a silicone-based primer, which will kind of help to smooth out your skin and kind of blur out any imperfections. So I'm going to go ahead and take about a pea-sized amount on my skin, and you can see it's clear, and I'm just going to apply this in the affected areas where I have a lot more kind of pores, but I'm also going to use this all over my skin just to kind of help smooth out my skin and make it look a little bit more smooth. So the next step is going to be foundation. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Dewy and Smooth Normal to Dry foundation, and this is the Fit Me version. And the reason I'm going to be using foundation today is to help smooth out my skin and make it look a little bit more kind of porcelain, because when you're performing up on stage you want your skin to look beautiful and glowing. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit onto my fingers, and I'm going to place around 3 dots on my forehead and 2 on my cheeks, and then 1 on my chin and 1 on my nose. And I like to blend in my foundation with a beauty blender. Now this is not exactly a beauty blender, this is a knockoff from the brand Freeman's, but it works just as great, and you can get it for around $4 at a drugstore. So what you want to do is take the more hard side, not the pointed side, and you want to press it into your skin. And this is going to really make your foundation look like you're not wearing foundation, but just to make it look a lot more natural. If your skin is a lot more glowy and kind of smooth and even already, you totally can skip the step of foundation. But I'm going to use it today so that I look extra glowy. The next step is going to be concealing, and you can use a concealer if you want, or if you do not have concealer, you can go ahead and take your leftover foundation that you have and you can place it underneath your eyes and on any redness or imperfections. But as you can see, the foundation kind of helped even out my skin a little bit. So I'm going to go in with my Conceal RX Physicians Formula Concealer, and you can get this at the drugstore. It's around $8 or $9, and it is one of the best one of the best concealers that I've ever tried, and it's amazing because it just covers up. So you really only need about half a pea size, so not very much, and just place like 3 dots under your eyes, and then also right here in your inner corner. And then I'm also going to go ahead and blend that in with my beauty blender, but I'm going to use the pointed side, and this just really helps pack it in under your eyes so that it really kind of gets in your skin instead of rubbing it off. I also want to mention, it looks like I'm like pounding on my skin with this, but it's really not doing anything to, you know, cause wrinkles on my eyes or anything like that, because the beauty blender is very not hard at all. It's very soft and squishy to say, but it really helps to just blend in your makeup. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and set my foundation and concealer, and to set that I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder, and this is in 100 translucent, and so this isn't going to add any extra coverage, it's just going to kind of even out the oiliness on my skin. So I'm going to take up my big powder brush and just kind of swirl and pat, just kind of press it in. And this is going to take away any shine, and it's also going to make your face makeup last. This next step is completely optional, but I personally love it, especially for when I'm performing or if I'm, you know, doing a fancy event or anything like that. It is contouring. Now, contouring is very scary at sometimes, but it can also be very natural and easy. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. So I'm going to be using the NYC Smooth Skin, NYC Smooth Skin bronzer, and I love this one because it's matte, so it won't make me look like a disco ball. Most girls make the mistake of using a shimmery bronzer on their skin and it just does not look natural, so I totally recommend a matte bronzer. This is perfect because it's from the drugstore. It's only $2.99, so it's $3. So I'm going to take my powder brush again and I'm just going to kind of swirl up the product, and as you can see there is a lot of product on there, so just tap it off like that and kind of swirl it in the top so that you don't have so much. And what I've heard a lot is to suck in your cheeks to get that fishy face, but that tends to kind of go down too low and it's gonna look kind of fake, so I like to take a little bit of it, and right here, kind of where the center of your ear is, you want to go ahead and apply it right there. See how I have it right there? And then blend. You want to blend a lot so that it doesn't look fake. And as you can see, it doesn't look like super unnatural or fake or anything like that. It kind of just adds a little bit of color to your cheeks. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other side. Okay, so then the next place that I like to add a little bit of bronzer is on my temples, so I'm going to do that same patting and swirling motion, and where your temples are is right here at the kind of the edge of your hairline, and you just kind of want to swirl it right there. And again, it's just going to add a little bit of depth and shadow to your face. And continuing on the other side. Everybody knows that blush is a very easy way to kind of waken up your skin and make it look a lot brighter. So today I'm going to be using Milani's Luminoso. It's a baked powder blush and it's also from the drugstore. It's around $8. And it's an absolutely gorgeous, glowing kind of peachy color. It's super pretty. So again, I'm going to use my big powder brush. I love my big powder brush, and I'm going to swirl it and then kind of swirl it in the top and tap so you don't have too much. And do not apply it on the center of your cheeks. You want to go ahead and apply it more back towards your temples, kind of like on top of where we put the contour, because we don't want to look like we are like fake blushing. We want to look like we're really blushing. And I'm not a person that loves a bunch of blush, so I'm just going to put a little bit on, but you can do as little or as much as you'd like. And I'm also going to apply a little on my nose. And there you go. Next step that I like to do is to fill in my eyebrows, since eyebrows can sometimes be a little bit sparse and hard to see when you're up on stage. So I'm going to go ahead and fill them in today. Now, I'm not using a drugstore product just because it is very, very hard to find a matte light brown from the drugstore. So I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Basics Naked palette, and what this has is a very light, not super light, but kind of a lighter brown, which matches my eyebrows, and it also has a bunch of mattes. If you're interested in this palette, you can get it at Ulta or Sephora. It's around $25, which is pretty affordable for amazing quality, super pigmented eyeshadow, so I definitely recommend it. I'm going to be using Naked 2 today for my eyebrows, so I'm taking my $1 e.l.f. brush, and I'm just going to place my brush into the powder, and then tap it off, and I'm going to go ahead and place it a little bit under my brow, just to kind of fill in the bottom part, and then a little bit on the top, and then I'm just going to work a little bit more on the ends. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set my eyebrows with a eyebrow gel, or you can use a clear mascara. They're pretty much the same. I'm going to be using the Essence Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. It's around $1.99. You can get it at stores like Fred Meyer or Ulta, and you just want to go ahead and take the spoolie, and then I don't like to put on a bunch of eyebrow gel so it doesn't look like super stick straight and kind of hard. So I just like to lightly kind of pull my eyebrow kind of back. So I like to brush up and back. So we're going to move on to the eyes. Now, the eyes are very, very important when you're performing, So if you're going to be putting on a lot of eye makeup, I recommend to wear an eye primer. This will make your eye makeup last way longer. So I love this one from e.l.f. It is $1. You can get it at Target or at Walmart or online at eyeslipsface.com. And I'm just going to take it out and put a little bit on my eyes. You don't want to put too much, and then take your ring finger and just blend it out. Tip that I have for you guys when you are doing multiple performances on stage is to stick with an eye makeup look or a makeup look in general that is very generic and can, you know, work with multiple costumes or dances. So I'm going to use this second color right here, and these don't have names, so I'm sorry I can't tell you. And it's just kind of like a light peachy shimmery pink, and you want to go ahead and pack that onto your lid. And then just go ahead and do it on the other eye. I'm going to go in with this kind of warm brown purpley kind of mauve taupe color and I'm going to tap it off, and then I'm going to focus this in my crease. Now if you want to find your crease, you want to go ahead and open up your eye and then stick your finger right on your eye and then open it up, and wherever your finger landed, that's where your crease is. Now everybody has a different kind of crease depending if you have hooded eyes or kind of almond shaped eyes or flat eyes, like your brow bone's kind of high. So it is very hard to find your crease, but luckily I have pretty easy crease to find eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that right there. And I'm using a huge, big, fluffy eyeshadow brush today so that I can kind of blend things out easier and be able to control. Now it's time for eyeliner. So there's two things that you can do for eyeliner and two different ways that you can do eyeliner. So you can first use a liquid liner, which I have my liquid liner back here, and I totally forgot to bring it out. But what a liquid eyeliner does is it is a liquid version of eyeliner. So it's kind of like a mascara but thinner. And I'm sure you guys have seen it, but what you do is with the brush, you just kind of place it on your eyelid. I'm not going to be using liquid liner today because I'm not a fan of liquid eyeliner, but if you are, you can totally use that. So what I want to do is take your eyeliner, and all you want to do is place it right in your, kind of where your lashes come out, and this is called tight lining, and take your pencil and place it right there. And I kind of like to just run it through my eyes a couple times, and this really just helps kind of define and open up your eyes, make them look a lot bigger. Now I always get a ton of questions about how can I make my eyes bigger and wider and just kind of open them up a lot, and there's one simple way that you can do this is if you have a shimmery eyeshadow or a cream shadow and a brush or your finger. So today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Barely Branded, and it's just a shimmery white kind of champagne color, and I'm going to take it on a brush just like that, and you can always use your finger if you don't have a brush, and just place it right here in your inner corner. And what this is going to do is kind of open up your eyes and illuminate them. Okay, so now we've gotten on to the eyelash / mascara stage. Now eyelashes, fake eyelashes, can be very intimidating when you first look at them because they look kind of scary and big, and you gotta use the glue, and then you can't get them on there, and do they stay, and all that stuff. And I'm telling you, they are not as hard as they look, as long as you have the right tools, the right lashes, and some really good eyelash glue. So I like to use my Revlon Precision Lash Adhesive, and this dries clear. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up my eyelashes. These are from Measurable Difference, and these are actually great quality lashes for, I believe, $2. So I've used these before. They're very full and thick and stuff like that, but you can use any ones from Ardell, or if you have some of your favorites that you have, then go ahead and use those. So go ahead and take your eyelash glue, and a lot of eyelashes come with eyelash glue, but I find that that stuff is not, it's not very good. So I like to use this one, and it's around $3 or $4 at Rite Aid, and I totally forgot to get my tweezers. I find that tweezers are very helpful when you are applying eyelashes for kind of maybe the first time or you're not too good at them yet. So yeah, and another thing I wanted to point out is that the eyelashes get thinner as they get closer to the inner corner, so if you're not sure where to put them on which eye, look for how thin they are. So I'm going to place this one on this eye, and I'm going to try my best to get this on camera. So you want to go ahead and just apply it right at the root of your eyelashes. And sometimes the tweezers will try to pull back the eyelash, no biggie. And then go ahead and just put it on to the your lash line, just like that. Okay, so now that you have your eyelashes on, you want to show some love to your lower eyelashes so that they kind of pop too. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Falsies Volume Express Mascara, and I'm just going to kind of apply that to my lower eyelashes, not kind of. I'm going to apply them to my lower eyelashes, and I like to kind of just wiggle my brush and just really make sure that I get the mascara on there. Okay, so the last step to stage makeup is your lips. Now you can go with a super light pink color, which is kind of more like a nude color, which I'm going to go for today, or you can go for more of a darker frosty pink, or totally like red lips, or you know, whatever, because it's stage makeup and it's fun. So I'm going to go for my nude lip color today, and I'm just going to apply this on my lips. My eyelash is coming off. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and combine two colors. So I'm going to use my other pink and apply that. Okay guys, that is my stage makeup tutorial. I hope you found this helpful or fun to watch or informative, and please let me know if you have any other further questions. I'd love to answer them, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye guys!